One of the things we see is that rewards really have peaked, or we think they've peaked. So we've seen over the last 5 years or so, the rewards values go up. We've seen a lot more product in market than there was maybe 5 years ago. So I think it's getting really increasingly difficult for issuers to differentiate in rewards. I think it's more of a table stakes opportunity now to meet sort of the value that's in market. In acquisition, when you think about developing a value proposition, it's about meeting some of the check marks, right? Having a competitive rewards value proposition, having competitive pricing, having a good marketing strategy and positioning and whatnot. I think from a differentiation perspective, it really is important to focus on post-acquisition. And so what happens when a customer gets in the door? I see too many issuers probably focus a little bit more on the acquisition side and then just sort of let the customer sit there. Right. The session we have tomorrow is focused on Gen Z and millennials. That segment will get bored. And so I think there's a real need to differentiate once the customer comes in as an account. We've done a lot of research on those segments, and I think there's probably 4 things that I would call out as interesting expectations that those segments have. The first being they want everything real-time, instantly, all the time on their mobile device and elsewhere, right? And so they're glued to their devices, so it's really important to focus on giving them content that they consume in that manner. Second is personalized services. So, gone is the day where you can sort of create a static value proposition and just leave it there for a few years, right? They want things that evolve based on their behavior, and they expect that now. So that's the second one. Third one is transparency and control. I think, again, there was a time when we all talked about trust, trusting banks and do they trust or not. There's no trust, right? It's show me the money, right?
Right.
Show me what my product has. So I think just that transparency is really important for issuers to focus on. And then fourth is experiences, just more broadly, and that's what I mentioned before, is once a customer comes in the door, they're looking to be engaged, right? They're looking for experiences. And so I think focusing on developing those each year, really, and having new things coming is important to meet the expectations of that segment. Focus on one thing at a time, and build out your capabilities over time so that 5 years from now, it's not the same story where there's sort of these lack of capabilities that these new generations are really demanding and expecting.